Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and we are back with part... What is this? I think this is chapter 12 or part 12 of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Anyway, we are back now. We went through the plot stuff of chapter 5, not that that really helped us out in the grand scheme of things, you know. Monokuma, being the ultimate troll, feigned his death and the death of the mastermind in the last part. So now Byakuya, Hiro, Hina, and Toko with Makoto managed to make their way into the data center, which is now revealed to be not only the place the mastermind, uses to check all the students out, but even is now revealed that somehow, some way, the whole entirety of this school life has been a reality TV show. Not for the super rich, not for that elite, secret society that, Byakuya mentioned, but the entire world. The whole planet has seen everything that's gone on in this game, everything we've done, everything, that we haven't seen. It's all been broadcast, which again is not very good, because if those words are true, a lot of our survivors are in deep shit, Hina was like attempted murder through the suicide attempt for Sakura. Toko's life has been ruined because now Jill has been released to the world. Byakuya straight up admitted to the secret society that runs all the shadows, as well as all the classified information on the document, all out there. That information was broadcast to everyone as well. And of course the gruesome, chilling trials and deaths that everyone has been experiencing, it's all been shown to Earth. Which again makes me curious as to how the fuck this was all done and who on Earth this headmaster is and what their ultimate is, because I cannot imagine by this point that someone doesn't have an ultimate. Although if they didn't, I would be genuinely shocked, but also very much hyped. But I'm already hyped anyway because it doesn't matter. Kyoko's missing at the moment. Presumably the 16th student, the ultimate despair, was murdered by Kyoko, presumably, which was a little waste of that kind of a character, with that kind of a title. But who knows? Who knows? Who cares? We're now in the investigation portion of finding out who the fuck this was and how they died, because we have no information on that. And yeah, will this be a chapter of the trial and the investigation like pretty much all the other ones have been, other than like chapter 2, I think? Because that was actually a pretty long one. Who knows? I guess we'll just have to see. Anyway, let's go. Huh? Class trial? Do you mean... Yeah, a lot of laughs.
It's the Monokuma file!
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it your all, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement!
Okay, things are getting pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride, seriously.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I can't wait either, my man. Well, and then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself from standing up, just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this, man. What's despair entertainment, and how was he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally, we could get out of here. Yeah, and plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part was obvious. The class trial was the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. We're really just... Yeah, he's pretty much segmented it that there is no one else it could have been, which, again, makes sense because Makoto still hasn't, I think, informed anyone there was a 16th student in the school. He hasn't said anything about that yet, surprisingly. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Kusaba was the one who died. Oh, I guess they did mention that. I don't remember that. The victim was female, right? Oh, no, because I think they think that, I believe they think that that's the mastermind. Mukuro is the mastermind. They don't know there is a 16th member. Right. Just trying to refresh myself on what happened last time. Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. Yeah, but that's like the big grand giveaway is that, if I'm remembering right, the body had, what is it? The body had, like red fingernails, and obviously Kyoko never, ever, under any circumstance, not even to sleep or shower, takes off those gloves. So obviously she wouldn't be the victim. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusabi, isn't dead. So naturally, the body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. Yeah, jeez, that shard frame, and yeah, see, the red, it looks like there's only 3 red nails right there, but yeah. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. Yeah, bro got that crush going forward, that simping hard since he lost Sayaka. Little moments here and there for Celestia, but obviously, sadly, she wasn't around long enough for that to develop. And then Kyoko is just Kyoko, you know? He's been waiting for weeks to find that girl. I'm just taking some water. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. It's kind of the same lesson here that Kyoko wanted him to have in Chapter 1, to believe Sayaka was actually the one at fault, otherwise he wouldn't accept it. Myself. Anyway, we'd better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer.
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain it now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. Yeah, I'm really curious going into Byakuya in the class trial, given that he completely fumbled and bumbled the last one. So no doubt he's going to be a lot more cautious and a lot more thorough in this investigation than the last one. That's how this game works, after all. Interesting. See, that's the... Ooh, this is nice music. See, that's the thing. I don't know, because obviously that's not Kyoko. But who could have fucking killed her then? Who other than Kyoko could have killed, Mukuro Ikusabi? There's no one else that fits the bill, again, unless it was Monokuma himself. And again, there are so many, there's so many trials they're going to pursue in this franchise in general. I feel like it's almost like guaranteed that the mastermind of Monokuma has to be behind at least one of the trials in the franchise, right? Like, obviously, he killed Junko, but there was no trial there because everyone saw it, and it was a school violation that led to that death, right? And we also know that he's not above making trials out of suicides either with Sakura. So I won't put it past him if he, for whatever reason, killed Ikusaba, either because Kyoko unmasked them, you know, whether she tied them up, unmasked them, and Monokuma was like, well, you're fucked now, or something else. But we just don't know where Kyoko even is, which is just a really weird thing here. Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. Yep. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Oh my god. So probably a clean heart hit. They'd also been struck in the head with an object as thick as a metal pipe. Oh, interesting. The blood was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. Yeah. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? No. Because even those boots aren't like what Kyoko normally wears. Or... I have no choice, I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Yeah, this is honestly kind of crazy. We're about to see... Not only are we about to inspect a body, we're about to inspect a charred body. That's something new even for these guys. Okay, time to get started. I need to check everywhere that may be important. From one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. What do you always do? Let Kyoko handle it? You can't do that, bro. Like I said, though, I'm really liking this theme, though. That's pretty good. This is new, I do believe. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Well, again, it's pretty obvious it's not Kyoko. What's this? Huh? There's something weird on the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're all really long. Yeah, that makes sense. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. And obviously, Kyoko wouldn't have that. What is that tattoo, though? Fake nails has been added to the truth bullet section. Nice. There's also something on the back of her hand. Is that a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out what the whole thing, but... It looks like a picture of a... I'd say more maybe like a wolf from that, but... Yeah, I guess it could be a dog. It could be a husky or something. It's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. You'd think it would be a bear, but yeah, I don't know. That kind of streams like a werewolf or wolf in general or something to me. Alright, and we got other stuff here too. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Yep, because obviously you dunked the water on it. That's because when it got set on fire, and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, okay, I don't know why, but why did I have to check all of that? All three of those gave me the exact same fucking information. That was unnecessary. Alright, what's this? These are like fragments of something. Yeah. Oh! Really? That's part of the fucking, That's part of the sprinklers, isn't it? The sprinkler system. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like that before. But where? Yeah, I think that's part... Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check later. Yeah, that was, Oh, no, this is intact. This is perfectly intact. Okay, I guess it's not that. Wait, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? And if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it... That's a fair point. Which would mean the murder must have taken place. Yeah, okay, that's something I didn't think of. That's a fair point. The body was moved. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It's obviously the knife that was murdered and the one that got stolen from your room. It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the... Yeah? Alright. 10-second cut there, not important. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. I'm wondering if I'm going to find that mask anywhere. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Probably because it's the one you were fucking given. Wait, is this... They keep showing that fucking part over and over again. They must have spent a long time drawing this for them to want to keep using it over and over. That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Yeah, and obviously the thing... What? Whoever the person in the mask was Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here, which obviously... It seemed like Kyoko incapacitated them somehow, some way. So obviously she is the prime suspect. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... Oh my god, I'm getting sick of seeing that now. When they were attacked, I was kind of in a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. No. And maybe then no. Imagine that. If without even knowing it, you were the killer. That'd be fucking crazy. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. I swear you remembered Kyoko in that dream as well, though. No, it can't be. There's no way. Yeah, you really think you, while barely conscious, would beat fucking Kyoko? Like, calm down, man. You're not that much of a Chad. Holy shit. None of us are, really. Though a fight between Jill and Toko would be very interesting. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Fair point. Although there's no blood. Oh no. How are you with charred corpses as opposed to bloody ones? Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was in that body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. Yep, okay. So I guess the struggle happened somewhere else, and for whatever reason, of all places to bring the body, you bring it here. Maybe they were hoping the plant was going to read it up, possibly as like a snack. Well, thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So, thank you too. Alright, body before the explosion has been added. Interesting. We'll have Byakuya next. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
Oh, I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. A fair point, because we're the only one who doesn't have one. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking me about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime, I came to the garden. I was around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Kyoko, Toko, and Hina, and Hiro, and I were in the gym together the entire time last night. What? Which means once again, Makoto's on the chopping block. Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. To be fair, Celeste did that as well and it didn't really work out. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only one who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
Yeah, but what's your theory on how the fuck Makoto beat Kyoko? Like, you gotta put that together, Tanami. Like, how on earth would Makoto, of all people, beat someone like Kyoko? I know we don't know her ultimate, but you gotta have some theories at least. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So, precisely, where were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to have to be at quite a disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Getting deja vu right now, my man. of a certain other love interest we had at the start of the game that, you know, kind of had a thing for us, supposedly, and then, you know, framed us for this shit as well. Of Makoto being suspected of being the murderer, which is pretty funny. It's 11 o'clock right now. Alright, and...
You're serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. That time, I think it was 9 at that point. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. So we spent an hour and a half in the fucking gym? Jesus. That's right. It had to be right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can all say for sure that the body was found at 8 AM. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job, yeah. To be fair, he doesn't contribute. Oh, that's a nice split screen right there. When the body was found, okay. Yeah, Hero doesn't really do much in these investigations anyway, so, you know. Not really much else you can get from him, to be honest. Like I said, I assume the body might have been dumped here just so this thing eats it. The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat people? Plastic and people? Anyway, I don't think it's relevant to the case, so I'll just stay away. Like, I gotta think, if Kyoko wasn't part of this, this murder at all... Wait, oh. If she wasn't part of this murder, and she's not around here, she probably doesn't know what's going on, right? And I gotta imagine, at some point in a trial, despite the fact that it hasn't happened yet, like, she's gotta be stumped in at least one trial, right? Like, she can't know all of them. I count 4 chickens. Yeah, there were 5.
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Yeah, what the fuck? What does a chicken have to do with this? Of course, there were precisely 5, man. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Someone eat breakfast? What? It's so weird. I wonder where it disappeared.
But...
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world, man!
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. That's not even close to a proper comparison, but it is appropriate for a jigsaw. That is something that cannot function without all its pieces. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Possibly. That is honestly a hilarious fucking piece of evidence right there. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. Oh, okay. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? No, there wasn't. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Alright, the only place I think I'd tarp was the physics room, right? The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Could be covered to carry the corpse and bring it here, possibly. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Alright, so nothing else is needed. Alright. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. But I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. Okay, it looks... I guess it could be part of a frame. Possibly. I don't know. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? if that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room, yep, it's with Byakuya.
It's all clear.
Yeah, we don't need to go over that again. So we'll get to explore another girl's room. Very nice. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya, I assume he'll want to come with us, though. If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Yeah, obviously he'd come with us. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Oh shit. Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Alright then, in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. That one area. Not fully sure what you're referring to right now, Mr. Makoto. But obviously we've got to do some investigation right here. Let's go to here. Alright, the gym's not what I wanted. I just wanted to be on the first floor. Let's see. Alright, well yeah, this is definitely an interesting case for sure. Has that always been there? What is this? The entrance is blocked still by that giant hunk of metal, as strong as any bank vault. Oh, nice. Still got some coins. Very nice, very nice. Alright, let's see where Byakuya went. Second floor. Nowhere there. Nope. Obviously, that's just where everyone else is. The gym. Okay. This is definitely an interesting one for sure. There's still other places I have to check. Interesting. I'm locked out of the dining hall area. Very interesting. Not fully sure where Byakuya would be, honestly. I guess we can check the library. Because I feel like other stuff in there. There might be info on the Ultimate Despair in the library. Specifically the, this place. Right, is there anything here I could check? Alright, no. Nope. Obviously the Genocide Jack stuff is gone now anyway, but that's so irrelevant by this point it doesn't matter. What's... Oh. Did I ever check that camera before? Huh. I don't remember ever seeing that. Interesting, okay. So what other area are we talking about? I guess it might even be... yeah, because all we've ever seen is the fucking... What they ever show us is that fucking room. Oh, wait, I guess, what is it? I guess that is the room we were first attacked in. I guess that's a part of this too. Nope, nothing. Okay. Obviously the bathhouse has no significance anymore, and we can't even go there right now anyway, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, I'm not really sure where they want me to check, honestly. This is a bit of a weird one. This is a weird case for sure. That's nothing. It's a TV. Okay, maybe I will go back to the gym because there's still that Monokuma doll, or Monokuma bot in there too. And yeah, the fact that for the first time the dining area is kind of locked off is rather shocking, honestly. That's never happened before. And this thing's still there. Monokuma's lying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh yeah, the bomb. I just found something. What is it? That's the bomb. A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
And that bomb went missing. And there's no doubt about it, the fragments I found in the garden. Oh, fair enough. I guess it was part of the bomb. Okay, I've checked everywhere else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. And back to the garden we shall go, baby. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way out to the dorms. Alright then. We finally get to see what's inside mystery room number 1. I can unlock it myself. I need to ask Byakuya. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... and it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. Yeah, where has Kyoko been sleeping, honestly? And there's very little in here. So, this is Kyoko's room. Nothing at all, aside from whatever this is. 9. There's something on the table. It's a wooden decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. It does look like a key, honestly, yeah. It does look like kind of like the e-handbook in a way. The lockers at those really traditional public bathrooms use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse, obviously, yeah. He has his own private fucking swimming pool. Probably 18 of them. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go into. The dojo? Huh. The wooden key has been added. Alright, well that means we're off to the dojo in a moment. Here's our bed. Gotta take a deep sniff at that boy. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Trust me, man, you gotta take a deep, deep sniff at that bed, trust me. That's how you go into manhood. Alright, so, yeah, that's the room, which means we're back on the 5th floor right now. How can I go here? Oh, maybe... does it want me to check something else? No, there's nothing else to check. What? I checked everything, didn't I? I checked the bed, the camera. Is something up here? No, I checked everything.
What?
Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious! That's why you made me take my time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. What concrete? Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Yep. We're really gonna what's it? Look at the letter now. What's this?
It's true.
Yep, a symbol of determination. I'm sure I have it somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well,
Interesting.
something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Well, our promise of giving it back to her was a lie. Inside a single piece of paper. Fair enough, under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Look under her fucking bed sheets, bro! But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumbled up piece of paper. Jesus Christ, we're going on a fucking scavenger hunt right now. Oh. Class 78, student registry. So yeah, I guess this was obviously the 16th student and was in the school prior to all this shit happening. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro. It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably that's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and that's it. That's what he was censoring. This must have been the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death warning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay? I made an effort to pull myself together, and then looked down at the profile sheet. What we got? Yep. Female, the ultimate soldier! So not the despair, the soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japan media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unknown. Is this fucking Kyoko? Is this, for whatever reason, this has, Ikusaba's name on it, but is this Kyoko? Hell, is Murako Ikusaba Kyoko's actual name? Because she said at the start she doesn't even remember what her ultimate is. Is this fucking Kyoko's actual identity? And much like Celeste, Kyoko Kuroguri was an alias, although unintentional this time. Is that what's going on here? Because this is like almost one for one what the theory and what Kyoko was like, what Kyoko's actual deal is. Is that the route we're going with here? She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training on her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Because yeah, we also remember that, much like Sayaka, I believe, Kyoko also was out of Japan for a while. Because of Daddy, I believe, and yeah, that's like another 1-to-1 right there. So I'm curious if this is actually... That'd be fucking nuts if this was actually, like, Kyoko's thing. Alright, Mukuro profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section. The Ultimate Soldier. A mercenary group. That doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. Well, obviously, yeah. You've been pretty pampered to the real mysteries of the world, Makoto. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this, so of course he's heard of it. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. I wonder if that was the group Celeste was referring to when she said she'd hire a group to off us if we ever pissed her off. Like, I wonder if that's what that was about. This is all part of the world. This is a part of the world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I heard says that Fenrir is already.
Found it.
Wow. Wow, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit of a player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. It's you.
What?
What have you got there in your pretty little hand there? What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey, come on now.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? No, there isn't. But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. That's why Monokuma doesn't blame Kyoko. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. So the corpse is still around. I honestly just assumed he threw him in the incinerator when the trials were done.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite amendant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organisation and order. Which is why even I, as the school's headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Go on. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually... Bro's just out and fucking saying his boss is among you. Are you actually kidding me? Like, the theory was kind of there at the start, but I kind of quickly dismissed that, because I didn't think it would actually be a thing. But the headmaster is one of the students, so it is an ultimate. One of the participants in the killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking, I should probably clarify that. Yeah, there's everyone at the start. When you all got together in the main hall back then, way back then, there were 15 people, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. It's kind of crazy to actually all see them together again after so long. It's been so long since we've had a full 15 group. A misunderstanding? What are you saying?
In other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and one just obviously wasn't there. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16 then. The 16th student.
Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Yep. 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Yeah. Byakuya's like, what is even happening anymore? This game is such bullshit. Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. I honestly could not fathom the ratings, I don't think. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Another revenge scheme, huh? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kuriguri, so I want to share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey,
Oh no. Yep, we do know that because I chose to spend time with her. You know she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, But... Ooh. She wears them to cover up a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Yeah, fair enough. I kind of was wondering if it was both physical and metaphorical, the reasons for the scars. Was if the person she trusted inflicted a physical injury as well as an emotional one. That makes sense. Okay, now that's all you get. You better show me those hands, though. Seriously, at some point. I want to be seeing those hands. Monokuma's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... Yeah, there were no scars. That tattoo, it wasn't Kyoko's. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. So, he inadvertently helped us out by proving Makoto's innocence. Well, not doing that, but proved it wasn't Kyoko. Which means... Obviously, that isn't Kyoko. Those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here, which means the mastermind is still around.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game, or that too. Yeah, that's right. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves Murako is connected to this case. I keep saying Mukuro. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. Alright, so we have to detest Tagami in the trial then. If he still thinks Kyoko died, we have to prove it with the hands, because obviously those hands, despite having a tattoo, were not scarred whatsoever. That would explain why we have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? Do you think she's the deceased now? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you said it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, we got back to this epic music. Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? Alright, off to the dojo then. Alright, and the lockers. Okay, not click on the... Yeah. Okay, yeah, 6, so just wrong one. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys just like those super traditional public bathhouses. I've never been to one either, so I actually didn't know that. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very
Yeah, 6.
strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on the locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and then click. The locker eagerly accepted the key and opened. Nice. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. What's that in the bottom there? I can't quite tell, but there is blood on it. It looks like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Nice. Titanium arrows. Nice. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get a view on what that is. It's a wallowed up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Well, there's blood on it either way. Is that a bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section. Very nice. I think that's all this locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps Byakuya? Forget it. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you until the trial, you fool. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? The only place that has all the secret documents in the school. Isn't it obvious? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Yeah, I tried looking here earlier. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. The Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Right now I need to talk to Byakuya.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? Is this English? How did you... Oh, French. Yeah, it makes sense. Most schools do teach that. How did you make it all the way through high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schools can't speak French. High schoolers. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay me... But I expect... Wow. I respect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Absolutely. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Everything is extreme in this family. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a... Dude, I just love it. It's like the Genocide Jack one, but with Byakuya, like... completely just over you, expecting everything just to go perfectly your way. Like, he is the master after all, and we are the slave to the man. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based on the Middle East. Unlike the military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire campaign of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. Yeah. Oh, I honestly thought of Ragnarok and all that shit and Norse mythology with Fenrir. Honestly, that's the only place it could have come from. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, with most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence still cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. However, some however believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? It all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, isn't it? This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. As unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. He's back to liking the game now, which is fun. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out of you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about the name Fenrir comes from, right? Norse mythology. Yeah, the Wolf of Ragnarok. That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? Please teach me, Master. To show that they're a member of the team. Oh yeah, the wolf. Yeah, it was a wolf, not a dog. Yeah, it was it's Fenrir's tattoo. To show that they're a member of each team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. And that's exactly what Muraku has. What? They've got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Yeah, the deceased is Mukuro. But how good is fucking Kyoko then to take out someone that elite? Holy crap. I mean, it makes sense why they're called the Ultimate Despair now, but... What the fuck is Kyoko? And we're done. Jeez, that was another really fast that was a really fast investigation.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial!
Okay, that was a new one.
So, please meet up in the usual spot.
And we still haven't found
See you
Kyoko.
later.
We still haven't found Kyoko, which is crazy. Then the time has come. Perhaps our last. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Yep, and we still haven't found Kyoko yet, which is shocking, honestly. Whoa, Miyaki and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How would you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you. Yep, that is right. Miss, I almost said Miss Jill. Miss Fukuwara. Miss Fukawa.
Huh?
Not good with the names. I don't even know how to say Hina's. Aoi Ashahina. What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? That's also a big possibility too.
What?
I don't doubt that Jill and Toko both like the yaoi very much. Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Yeah, he hasn't showed up because Kyoko hasn't turned up yet because she's not the one who died. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... Or what? Jesus, man! Did I scare ya?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? Wait? I made you wait? You got it backwards. You're the ones making me wait. What?
In other words...
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here, now can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. Yeah, this is definitely Kyoko. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we all heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
Where the fuck have you been? I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No! That's a ghost, man! You and your fucking spirits. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it in the class trial. We need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. Damn it, I can't punish you this time. You're right, there's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be one step ahead of ya. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. I imagined Makoto's the type of bitch that would have just ran up to her, held her tight in an embrace and just fucking cried his eyes out because he thought his mistress was gone, which I don't doubt. Can't really blame either. Kyoko. So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with a ghost, man! I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Fair enough. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back here, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? Makes sense why you were late then. So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite yet. That key is most specifically for the Monokuma door in the data room.
In other words...
I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? That's an account.
just a second.
God, I'm not even sure I know what half of these even are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of I'm gonna have to look at a lot of the evidence a lot of times during the trial this time around. And I've done that, you know, back and forth a bit, but I feel like I have to do that for almost everything this time around. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right. Oh, right now I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For you. For her. That's a strange way to put it, yeah. Did she find out anything different about what was up there? About why she can't remember stuff herself when everyone else seems to relatively know what's going on about themselves at least, but obviously she can't. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Alright then, let's do this. Being the last one left, I stepped onto the elevator. And the doors slid shut. Jesus, we are... Well, actually, this is no different than last time now, yeah, because no one was punished other than Alter Ego. had no idea who would be out this time. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immense period of time, the doors opened without warning. Alright, what does it look like this time? A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. What does the classroom look like this time? It was the blinding light of despair. Oh, good fucking lord, is that an eyesore? That is a straight up eyesore this time. What the fuck, Monokuma? Ah, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get this show on the road. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. And we will, in fact, save. Alright, I took a quick break there just because we're at the trial right now. I didn't even save yet, so we're just going to save right now. I also wanted to just check how long the part was been going so far. We're only about an hour, 10 minutes in, which is not enough for a single part in itself, so we are going to just add the trial one. I feel like I feel so sus, because every time I say that, every time I say like I want to do the trial on its own, and I've ended up not doing that whatsoever, which is so funny. Alright, and still got enough stuff to just add everything. So what does Envious Influence do? Increases the influence gauge by 5, effective during the plot. What is the influence gauge? I know the focus gauge slows down stuff. Ah, I feel kind of sus because I haven't memorized what these things do. And that is kind of the weird thing, is that a lot of at least a lot of the ones that I've got in terms of the skills, they just do the same thing all the time. You know, it's all related to just, you know, the same stuff, because obviously there's not much to do in the trials in terms of the mini games anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, memories. Oh, I forgot to be reading these in each trial. Memories float back, Kyoko is gone, and the mysterious masked body appears. The threads holding them all together begin to spiral and twine into one. Interesting. Alright, yeah, so I've got all my skills ready. I think I've got about 5. Oh no, maybe I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got 5. Alright. So I believe I'm ready to do this, and I'll be checking over what the evidence I have right now is anyway during the trial. 18 pieces, which is pretty crazy. Alright. So let's do this. We'll probably go over the murder weapon first.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Oh, this is such a fucking ugly class trial room. My god, this is an eyesore.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Really curious why they kept the second class trial the same cosmetic as the first one, but around chapter 3 is when we changed. That was kind of weird.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
You know, I'm gonna do my thing first before that. I really gotta start remembering to do this beforehand. Just, do that.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Yeah.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
She's right fucking here.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah. Seriously, she didn't have to stutter for that one. She was just so fucking deadpanned.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Phantom, then.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Shut the fuck up, please.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I'm right with you, Byakuya. What the hell?
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, you know, spending some time smoking some stuff with Hiro would be a good time, but fucking hell, can I not take him in times like this?
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
No, we're just out in the, we're just gonna out the, sus right away, the
Her
scars.
traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her is Kyoko's gloves.
I got it!
Yep. We don't even
I'm
start with
talking
non-stop
about her
debate, which is pretty
gloves.
cool.
They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Because of shit that happened in her past.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Nope.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Are we really trying to convince ourselves this ain't a ghost? There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why is this the first part of the trial? This is sillier than the whole fucking, like, Celeste incident. We're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any other choice. Oh my god, how is this the start of this fucking trial? My god. Alright, what do we got?
That Kyoko
Jesus,
there
I
is
got
just a
10
ghost.
parts.
Impossible.
Nice.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I honestly agree. Alright, I'm gonna read that one more time and then read what I have
That
again.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
God, I've
This
honestly...
entire discussion is idiotic.
I've forgotten already what the default option was now. That's the thing, is that when you start out with 5, I get so confused on what I was even looking at. I get so flustered.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Is the fake nails it? I'm just gonna take a guess
then
right
prove
off the
The
bat.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves?
I feel like I have to,
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
like I have to be a testifying, okay, I was right.
No, that's
I have to
wrong.
testify hero here, obviously, but yeah, I got a little flustered right there.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Yep.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
He's not wrong, they are complicated, but yeah, he's not right in this case.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Really? That's pretty cool.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yeah, I'm with him. Why are we fucking going over this? This is sillier than when we had to explain the dead body scene to Chihiro in the first chapter. This is just fucking retarded.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Seriously, bro. Before anything else, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here. Yeah, that was just the prologue to the fucking trial. I don't even know what to make of that. That was so stupid.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Let me take a look at the body analysis. The body has been burnt. The upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire because extinguished because of this deal. Alright, so I'm assuming that the tattoo on the right hand is what we need here. Where is it? Show me that piece, please.
If Kyoko
there it
really
was.
is
skipped
still
it.
alive,
There we
then
go.
who died?
There's gotta be some. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond
Yeah,
recognition.
the face
And there
was.
wasn't any description.
Oh, if we can't identify.
Gotcha!
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Not from you.
A cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Fenrir.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Jesus! Is that what you want your master to call you? His bitch? Damn, we don't do a lot of swears other than like other than Mondo, and it's been a while. Holy fuck. That kind of came out of nowhere.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have on the victim, the identity should become clear. Where is, there you are. Alright, before that, let me just, let me read it. She became obsessed with the military young age. Alright, that should be it.
I got it!
Gotcha!
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Yep, and that's exactly what we have right now.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Do I really have to do this? I can't just pick that out? Oh, the Hangman's Gambit, okay. What's the one this time? Okay, it's just hand. No, it's not. What is this? Oh, wolf, of course, wolf. Got him.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Yep, Norse mythology, my man.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Yeah, obviously, she would know that. Yeah, you've got the three big beasts in Norse mythology. You've got the wolf, Fenrir. You've got the Midgard serpent, whose name I always don't know how to pronounce. Jolda something, I think. The Midgard serpent, and I forget the other one.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Yes and no.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right.
Oh, hello.
Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Finally explaining that shit, I see. Yeah, he didn't say anything in the last trial, which is really stood out, honestly, to me.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Just another pawn.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Oh, for sure. That is honestly a great point. I cannot believe they actually killed the ultimate despair off before we even got to meet them. Like, what a waste, honestly. Even without being the mastermind themselves, that is such a waste.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
But obviously she's the ultimate soldier.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Now, the mastermind themselves should be the ultimate despair. If they're anything else, I will be thoroughly pissed.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Yeah, that's something Kyoko actually
If
did
I
come up
remember
with.
correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
No, it means she lied.
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
Someone she knew,
She's
possibly?
been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
We still have to figure that out.
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No,
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
that's a big objection of the case.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who
Yeah.
killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Kids, we're getting sidetracked once again. You know, for a trial that determines your lives, you guys sidetrack a fucking lot. I know you're teenagers, but god damn.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this.
I do like that tangent though. If there is a tangent to get into in a trial, it's definitely that is the most relevant.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Cool.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Of course you have.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Admittedly, not one you ever introduced, so you kind of fucking your own rules there, Makoto. Keep flipping them, Monokuma.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Apparently so, yeah.
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
No, because again, the courtroom only fits up to 16.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
I don't think it would have been Byakuya, because he obviously wouldn't have guided Makoto to the sus room, the archive, if that was the case. But according to at least Kyoko, yeah, she didn't even know the trial was taking or the investigation was going on. I still feel like Yasuhiro's too stupid. Would Hina really be the blackened or the supposed blackened twice in a row? But she did take the place of the summary last time. Would it really do that? I guess Jill, but that's not Jill's style. I don't know. This is like one that despite how many characters we have left, I have no idea who honestly it was. You know, like obviously Makoto's out. Monokuma probably wouldn't do a trial based off his own wording for this particular. But yeah, I don't know.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
I honestly have no idea on that one.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
It's just Kyoko and Makoto left.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah, it's just us two.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
But you were the only one there who says that, you know, so I mean, what about you?
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Oh, that's not. Oh, that's so scary, honestly. Yeah, because if he's confirming that he did go to the garden, and we know Makoto wasn't there because we were asleep, and Kyoko admittedly did knock the fucker out. Oh, but she's the only one. She's the only one on the chapter card, isn't she? Did they really kill Kyoko in chapter 5 before the end of the game? I mean, we're even going into the thing of her gloves in this trial. Oh shit! Oh shit!
The gym?
Oh, and that actually got her.
That's right.
That's the first
The
time
four
she
of
ever
us
looked
were there
surprised in
trying
a
to
trial.
dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
It makes sense.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. Can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Objection!
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
I love it. Since last trial, it's like, alright, I'll hear everyone out now and I won't call you stupid unless you're hero. But I ain't dying.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
Yeah.
Oh, but what time did we find the body?
It was 7:30,
The
right?
one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get
Oh
the
yeah, of
pickaxe.
course. So it was 9. 9 o'clock.
I got it!
Yeah, 7:30
The
was when
body
we
must
met in
have
the
been
gym.
discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yep. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm...
Which means from 10 p.m.
My
to
bad.
7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi for 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. So, okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Oh god, what the hell do we have this time? What's our evidence? Alright, the body analysis, the fragments of the dead body.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Okay, hang on, no, let me just play it all out first before I
It
look
took
into it
place
anymore.
somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
It might be the sprinklers.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Yeah, that's gotta be the sprinklers, because they
That's
go
more
off
than
at
enough time
something.
to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Alright, let me take a quick look, 'cause I'm thinking the sprinklers. But let me see. What is this again? Right, the sprinklers are there, but the fragment in the dead body. Charred in the body, it seemed... The bomb was removed from Monokuma in the gym, yeah. Alright, so it's gotta be the sprinklers.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock in the... Yep, and
Yeah, from to 7:30.
Oh, no. Okay. Interesting.
Shoot!
I'm not under any danger this time
We've
around. because I
established a
can do
time
it.
frame. It took
Place somewhere between.
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
I'm not too worried now since I do have 10 hearts.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Yep.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Because we put it out. It was burnt.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
It was. Because of Byakuya, we threw water over it.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's right, yeah, Toko wouldn't know because her and Jill got knocked the fuck down by the explosion.
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Calm down.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Because we put out the fucking thing. All I have to do is hit Kyoko with a certain evidence. Alright. Yeah, we took her out. Obviously. Oh, God. Alright.
I admit nothing. No!
I hate this shit. I always do.
No.
Especially after the last one. Okay, just give me
Are
that thing.
you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Fire!
No! That's enough! Are
Oh,
you
fuck it.
trying
I'm
to
just
blame
gonna...
me?
There's no point in even doing this
I
anymore.
admit
Why am I not just
nothing.
using Fever
I'm
time
right
every
about
time?
this.
I swear I have enough of this.
Nothing. No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
I'm not trying to blame you.
No,
You were just
no,
knocked
no.
out when it happened, okay? Calm down.
That's enough! Are you trying to blame me?
It's not your fault.
I admit
You're just
nothing.
stupid.
I'm right about this.
Gotcha. Alright, what is it?
How can you
No.
say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Oh, that wasn't it. Okay.
I admit nothing. No! That's enough!
Alright, is it this one?
How can you...
This should prove
Gotcha.
it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Because we drowned it in water. Duh.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
I can't believe I have to explain
If
this.
the
Why is no one
sprinklers got the
standing up for
body
me?
wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
You put it out.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yep. Good job, girl.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Yeah, but then you all have alibis. The only one that doesn't is
But
Kyoko.
Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Oh, this isn't looking good. Are you seriously gonna kill Kyoko? That is fucking nuts. Dude, what the fuck?
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, and yep, and the dream last night of her taking out Mukuro still stands. This is not good, which would mean that Mukuru's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Don't forget, Makoto, you didn't think Sayaka capable of that either, and look what happened.
If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Not until I found not until I've uncovered the secrets of the school, not.
This is a trap the
Then I don't
mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Oh, yes.
Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Damn!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
I fucking love him! Oh my god, he's so much more just... Well, he's in a good mood in the trial, so obviously he's a lot more complacent.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
That's the thing, because I feel like Kyoko has to be wrong at least some point in the game, right? Like, I doubt she would just be right every single time, but I don't know in this case. This is just this is a bizarre trial, honestly. I don't know.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Jesus! Oh no! Oh no! And now it's like Kyoko versus, Makoto versus fucking Kyoko! Oh my god, dude. If Kyoko's, like, pushing blame on us, fuck me, we are fucked.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
We just move it after the sprinklers are done.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain
the top,
something
of
to
course.
keep it from getting wet.
Yeah, the top that we found that was disgusting, filthy. Where are you? Was that it? Yeah.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
Yeah.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Yep, that makes sense.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just
Is she
gave us.
actually just fucking putting this on us now? Oh, fuck. And there's no way, as sus as Makoto is, we're not beating, like, the mentor, the ultimate spy, assassin, detective shit. Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. The tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body.
Wait. Something's not right.
There would have been blood, wouldn't there?
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Oh my god, we're actually fighting against Kyoko this time. That goes against, like, the narrative of the whole game, so that you don't detest anything fucking she says. When the body was found, the knife, the scene of the crime, fragments of the dead body. What is this
By
again?
covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
But then there's the knife, right? The knife would have been
By
covered in
covering
blood,
the body with the tarp,
I think.
the killer prevented it from getting wet.
I think. I might have to steal
So
one
the
here.
reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
Because that side was protected from the water.
No, interesting.
Shoot!
Interesting.
By covering the body
Oh, I
with
wish
the
I could
tarp,
just
The
go through
killer
all of them
prevents-
again.
So the reason that is because the spring, but the underside, it was totally spotless. Because that side, since it was facing, of course it didn't get.
Get dirty!
This one? No? Huh.
Shoot!
See, here's the thing, when it's hero detesting, it could always be his own statements against each other. Let me see, what
By
have I got
covering
again?
the body with the tarp,
Alright, fragments near the body, knife at the scene of the crime. What have I got here? Knife at the scene of the crime. Knife near the body was the knife used. No, alright, where's the rest? Body before the explosion, fragments near the body. What is the fragments near the body? No.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
Because that side was protected from
From the water.
Oh, what? I didn't mean to do that
Since
anyway.
it was
I was
facing
trying to
down
just
toward
shoot
the
the thing
body.
down.
Of course it didn't get dirty.
Is that it? I'm not sure. I'm kind of guessing this one, honestly.
by covering the body with the tarp,
The killer prevents.
So the
Reason the tarp was only dirty on
No.
one side.
Honestly, I don't know this one.
shoot!
by covering the
I
body
don't
with
think
the
I'm fully
tarp,
understanding what I'm needing to
the killer prevented
detest
it
here.
from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally
Like
spotless.
the body
that
before the
side was
explosion.
Protected from the water.
Since it was facing down,
Of course it didn't.
Didn't get dirty.
Fire! Gotcha, okay.
no, that's wrong.
Yeah, I was confusing some of that there.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Because of the blood, wouldn't it? Like the body was covered in blood because of the knife splurge, yeah.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
He did say that, didn't he? Yeah.
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
No.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
I mean, we saw from Hifumi that there is blood packets in the school, but there's still the case of, you know, the body was pierced through. That much is not up for debate. Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something
Some-
like that?
Hifumi did it.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened this time.
Huh?
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, the chicken blood. He killed a chicken, didn't he? Yeah, he killed a chicken.
I got it!
Yep.
Could it have been chicken blood?
Yeah, we never found that body, did we?
Chicken blood?
One of the chickens was missing,
When I
but we never
checked the
found
chicken
it.
coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
And when you came
But
back,
after the
4.
murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken? and then cover the body with its blood?
Monster.
Man, that's messed up.
Not half as messed up as any of the other situations we've had so far, Mr. Hero.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
True.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
think so.
It was, yes. It absolutely was.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh yeah, that is fair.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the
Yes.
body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But that still just puts Makoto and Kyoko on the chopping block.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
All of you were in the gym.
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
Yeah.
They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Yep.
Oh no. I headed
yeah,
off
right,
to
right.
the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Damn! What the hell? I mean, obviously we know I didn't do it. But we're getting nowhere in this fucking trial because it's just back and forth with these two. And I don't think Kyoko... Okay, I'm like 73% sure Kyoko didn't do it.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Shit. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. What the fuck? We can get truth bullets in the trials now! Oh, that's weird.
Well then,
That's
it looks like we're
fucking-
back to square one.
What the... What the hell? Let me have a look at that. Okay, so you had the bomb. Yeah, but the bomb doesn't account for it because everyone left. The bomb was there when Makoto was there. Everyone left, and then the murderer got the bomb somehow. That is the, that's what fucks up, that kind of thought process. 7 AM, Makoto wakes up in the morning announcement. 7 AM, Makoto and, Hina arrives. Gym went together. Alright, what was, the new one? The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Later on, they removed the tarp. The suspect placed the white jacket on the body. This jacket had previously created with blood to make it look okay.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
But again, there's still the case of who blew up the fucking body because Makoto was there when you took out the bomb and
For serious,
still there
man?
before it got shown.
Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
None of you are the ultimate lucky student, bitch.
Oh,
See? Pretty good idea, right?
no, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Yeah, you gave it to Makoto.
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Yeah, we'd given
That's
it
what
to
I thought when I
Makoto.
first saw it. I just remembered.
So it's more evidence pushed to Makoto. Fuck. Listen, more importantly, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? Yeah, we gave it to Makoto.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Oh, but it was Kyoko that suggested that, isn't it? I don't... Oh my god, there's no one else it could have been. There's no one else it could have been. Fuck. I don't have an argument. It's Kyoko. It's gotta be fucking Kyoko, isn't it?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Well, you're about 8,000% off there because we still didn't do it. Considering everything up until now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. All right, non-stop debate. Let's go. What do we got? What do we got? What's in our revolver this time? Oh god.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It
It
is.
really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Aw.
If he did have that knife before,
Did you not want us to
then
die?
that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Oh, calm down, calm down. Not the murderer. Right, let me take a look
The
again.
knife we found.
Right, exploded body analysis. Explosion burnt off the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire. Alright, what else do I got? I need to like take a fucking disguise dead body. Body before the explosion. What is that one? Fragments near the dead body. When the body was found. Okay, I'm assuming fragments near the dead body then for this one. Let me take a look. Fragments. Yeah, when the gym disappeared. Yeah, okay.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
I'm assuming this is it.
It really is, isn't
Otherwise,
it?
I'm stuck again.
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
Just because I had that automatically...
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
so
Yep,
there's no...
that's
You
not
took
wrong.
that
knife of yours.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto. The knife we found lodged.
It's the same one we gave to
No,
Makoto.
what am I doing? That doesn't fucking change anything.
Shoot!
I'm an idiot.
The knife we found. It's the same one. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had that automatically...
Well,
I don't know. This isn't
Stabbed
wrong,
is
but I
what
really
killed
don't.
her, right?
I don't know.
so there's
know.
no... You took that
I
knife...
also didn't mean to do
Horrible
that.
man you are, Makoto. The knife we found lodged.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before,
That seals it.
Just
I don't
because
think
I
this
had
is
that
right, but I don't
automatically...
know.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
Yeah, obviously that's not right. I don't know. I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tricky one.
The knife we found lodged in the dead
Exploded
body.
dead body analysis. Yeah, that's not it. Wait, let me just, what was this?
It's the same one.
When the body was found, disguised dead body. Let me look at the disguised dead body again. I don't know, because these are things Kyoko's saying. They're so hard to really figure out.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid.
If he did have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well, so there's no. You took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Yeah, because it can't be Hiro's statement
The
that we're
knife
messing
we
up with
found
right now,
lodged-
It's the
because...
same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatically.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed
Yeah,
her.
it's a shame I don't have the
right?
Monokuma file right now, because I feel like that might actually help.
Shoot!
Yeah, because obviously Hiro's case is out. I just need to figure out
The
what the
knife we
fuck I
found.
do
It's
for...
the same. It really
that.
is, isn't it?
if he did have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
so there's no. You took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Yeah, because we know that we didn't have the knife for very
The
long.
knife we found lodged.
It showed that dream so fucking much. It was such a pain. Wait, what happened
It
there?
really is, isn't it?
If
Why
he
didn't that
did
work?
have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her. So
Oh,
there's no
fuck me.
question. You took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Yeah, we get it. You hate my guts. Shut up.
The knife
Body
we
before the
found lodged
explosion,
in the
exploded
dead
dead body
body.
analysis, fragments near the dead
It's
body.
the same one we
When the body
gave
was
to Makoto.
found.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then
That seals it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well,
getting stabbed is what killed her.
so
Alright,
there's
these
no.
are my only
you took
two
that
left,
knife.
I feel
What a
like, because I have no
horrible man
idea
you are, Makoto.
otherwise. I always get to this point in
The
one
knife we
trial at
found-
least.
It's the same
Fire.
one we gave to Makoto.
Yep, that was wrong.
Shoot!
The knife we found lodged.
It's the same one we gave.
It really is, isn't
Okay,
it?
it's literally
If he
impossible
did have
to do
that seals it.
Just because I had that
to do
automatic.
the
Well,
trials
yeah,
later
so
without
there's
that.
no. You took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto. The knife we found.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Alright, I have no idea then. I don't know.
Shoot!
Yeah, I don't know. This one's... I don't know. This one's really fucking weird. Fake nails, the tattoo's not a thing yet. Fragments in the dead body doesn't work. Are they sure I got the right one this time? When the body was found. Yeah, because like the bomb kind of proves that I didn't do it, but I don't know what else I do to dispute this, honestly. This is kind of rock solid proof right here. And again, the fact that we are debating Kyoko right now is pretty difficult. That's pretty
I
sussy,
refuse to give up
honestly.
yet.
I don't know. I feel like I just need to fire all of them at Hina's protest until something works. Because this one, yeah, this is just kind of stumping me.
The knife we found lodged in.
It's the same one we gave to
Oh,
Makoto.
that fucking white noise thing. Okay, no. That's not it.
Shoot!
The
the
knife
next
we
one?
found
Nope, I
lodged
already
in the
tried
dead
that.
body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Nope.
Shoot!
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Because, yeah, Hiro's case is not wrong at all.
It's the same one we gave to
Disguised dead body,
Makoto.
no. Body before
It
the
really is, isn't
explosion.
it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it.
Makoto.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what
Killed her, right?
No, I already tried
So
that.
there's
What
no
am I-
question.
You took that knife.
What a horrible
I don't know how
man
to
you are,
detest this
Makoto.
one because I don't disagree with either what they say.
The knife we found lodged.
It's the same one we
All right, let me just start small. Nope.
Shoot!
This one just doesn't make sense.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Nope.
Shoot!
Nothing.
The knife we found lodged in the dead.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Nope, not that either.
Shoot!
The knife we found lodged
I
in
already
the
tried
dead
that
body.
one though.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't
I'm
it?
out of thing.
I was afraid of that.
If he did have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well, getting stabbed, so there's no question. You took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto. The knife we found.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
I think I've gone through all of that now. But I don't know.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that.
Alright. She did die from the blade, right? Oh, the body was also hit with a thick metal pipe. Oh, okay, so I guess it is Hero's moment then.
Just
oh,
because
maybe,
I had
it might
that
be...
automatic.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
right? So there's no. You took that knife.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
It might even be his own protest against
The
him.
knife we found. It's the same one we. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it.
Just because
Because
I had
that
that
might not have been
automatic.
what killed her.
Getting stabbed is what killed her,
Oh, for fuck's
right?
sake. Oh,
Shoot!
now I'm just getting bored. Come
The
on.
knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the
Guy's
same
dead
one we
body.
gave to Makoto.
It
Fragment
really
near
is,
the
isn't
dead
it?
body when the body was,
I was
found.
afraid of that.
Before the body.
If he did have
body
that knife
the
before,
explosions,
then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well,
Getting
be this
stabbed
one.
is what killed her, right?
Oh my god! What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
if he did have that seals it.
Just because I had that automatic.
Well,
Getting stabbed is...
Got it!
No, that's wrong.
Holy fuck, I had no idea there.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
I'm fucking furious! Fuck off, Leon. You're an irrelevant schmuck now, my boy. Alright, so that was something I never wanted to happen in a in a trial, especially. I actually got stopped for the night there, and it is now the next day. I did record, to be fair. I was recording Danganronpa at a time I never usually record at, which is, I think it was around 10:30 at night, which is when I was doing the trial. So, you know, it's pretty late. Like I said, people weren't happy about that. I had to just stop right there. I did go back this morning and rewatch, or watch part of a playthrough on what I already covered. So I do know a decent amount of what was going on right now. But yeah, we're just back right now. It sucks, but we have to press on.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right?
Yep.
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Yep, okay.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point,
Yeah, we never had a look at the condition of the body because the coat was covering it and then it just blew up.
obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. Let's have a look. What does Monokuma say? Due to the victim... A single time with a knife, which meant... Okay, so yeah. One time. One time.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Bro, you need to pull this shit up in the trial, man.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't know. There's no one else that it could have been other than Kyoko, though. I don't know. This is so fucked.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
I mean, is it
So
really
they
the
wanted us
mastermind?
to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but
It's cool, just ask it.
what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
The Monokuma bomb.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
For real.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
What the fuck? Also, he sounded a lot like Kamina right there from Gurren Lagann. If you've ever watched that series, that line from Hero, very specifically Hero, gave me hella Kamina vibes.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Yes, of course. Alright, so there's only one thing I think of, the explosion. It was the bomb that you guys picked up. Let me see. Should be noted that the bomb was removed. Yep, okay, it's the bomb.
I got it!
Oh, I got nice.
After the explosion,
I got 3
we
hearts.
found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
How do you forget, like, finding a bomb on a fucking robot? Jesus Christ.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Yeah, also this is like one of my favorite shots of the game. This is such a cool shot. And look at Byakuya just kind of standing proud as everyone gets to work. Also, those tits, my god, Hina, Jesus.
It's part of a bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
I don't think I've commented much on that throughout the game, but yeah, those knockers, goddamn.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
Which only leaves Kyoko.
And the only one who would benefit from that...
It's also the only one that could, out of this whole group, really reasonably kill the ultimate soldier.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
Sure thing.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We'll see for that. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Alright, let's do this. The non-stop debate. Let's go. Interesting. Okay, I only get 3 this time, which is cool. Some mercy on me.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Honestly,
And
Hina,
it
come on.
wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Yeah.
More than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Alright, and so it's got to be the Monokuma file
Then,
then.
shall we continue the debate? The victim's
Fatal injury
Got
has
him?
yet to be
No.
determined.
Oh, okay. Then it's, if it's not that, it's got to be Hero's thing.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire.
Okay, this is, I think this is right.
Then shall we continue? The
Got
victim's
to be,
fatal injury has-
Byakuya. Got him!
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Yep.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
No, because, they were days old, were they not? If I remember them right, yeah, they should have been... Body was discovered, but these were several days old. Okay, yeah.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Yeah. Those were probably inflicted by Kyoko.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
See, that I don't know.
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
No, there's no blood on the pickaxe. It was still in the same spot.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Fair point.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Definitely not.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you
Oh my fucking god. I wonder how Jill feels about that, Toko. You finally getting a little taste for the murder scenes?
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of
What
yours,
the
throw it
fuck?
on the ground and spit on it.
This is the girl that faints at a little blood. Holy fuck.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page.
What is going on? Also, his earring things change color as well.
Seriously?
I mean, if we have another case, could be a double kill from those
We
two.
want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder
Tell
weapon?
them yourself, for fuck's sake. And Kyoko still has nothing to say. The real murder weapon. No, it wasn't the... What is Byakuya's account? Oh, okay, the arrows. Fair
I
enough.
got it!
I forgot they were there.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the
And
titanium
that
arrows.
something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Yep.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, there was even blood on that one thing that was underneath the
Are
arrows.
you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
But again, that piece of evidence, that wooden key was in Kyoko's room.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one thing about that weapon. One more secret. Alright, let's have a look. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Duct tape chart, Kyoko's account. Yeah, the woodback key. The woodblock key is kind of the thing that deduces it would be Kyoko.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
Yes.
It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Interesting.
Back to Master. You have no right!
No arrows, bloody... Okay. It's a fair point, honestly, Hina. Let me look.
Titanium arrow.
Okay, Kyoko's account. Monokuma's account. What was Monokuma's account? I think that was just Kyoko's hands, right? That's all that was. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not the Monokuma account.
It was in the dojo locker, right?
The bloody duct
I
tape.
have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Bloody... Okay, I guess it could be that.
Are you sure?
I'm not
You don't
fully
sound
sure how
convinced.
this one would work for Hina's account, but I'm gonna go with it anyway.
Seems like an arrow would just...
Okay, it was right, yeah.
No, that's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape.
Yeah.
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Ah, fair enough.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Oh yeah, they just happened to hit the exact spot the duct tape was at,
And that's exactly what the killer
because
did.
there's blood on it.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become
Yeah.
strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Yeah. I do love as well, as the trial goes on, and even more so just in all the trials and in general, Toko is losing her stutter more and more as she's becoming more comfortable with the people she's trapped with, so she's more expressive than she was at the start. It's really nice to see.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
That was Kyoko.
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Yes, you have. We met you there.
Oh no, you absolutely
Yeah,
have.
we saw you in the
How
dojo.
can you say that with such confidence?
And there's also the woodblock key.
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Yeah, that is just a straight up lie. I don't know why she's lying about ever being there.
What's the matter?
He doesn't want to convict Kyoko.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
Death for all of us.
The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
And she still doesn't have a single reaction to that, which is so weird. God, I don't know.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
That was in your room.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Oh, but she doesn't... Interesting. She doesn't know why.
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
That's the thing. She doesn't play dumb.
That key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
So that's, again, this is another... Oh god, they're really pushing it to where she wasn't the case, but... Dude, if Byakuya's wrong 2 times in a row on a trial, this man is gonna go fucking insane in Chapter 6. Like, it's not even a meme at this point. He will just break.
Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Fucking hell, Makoto.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Yeah, because we still have her account of where she supposedly was.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just...
I'm a simp, man.
There's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Do you love me? Yeah, he finally remembered that thing.
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Really?
What?
That's all you got, huh? She was protecting me? Was she following the susset herself? Was she following Mukuro? And we just happened in the room. Yeah. Also, in that shot, there are no nails, which is kind of weird. She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Calm down, Byakuya.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
Well, you haven't really been, you know, testifying much in the trial now, have you? You've been pretty silent throughout.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Oh, shit. What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Why are we in a non-stop debate right now? What the fuck? Okay, let me just read Byakuya's account one more time after this goes.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
Yes, he would, girl.
Proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Oh,
But
no.
could I really have done that?
Because she didn't have the key, did she? She didn't have the key. Only Byakuya had room. Oh my god, is bro... Oh my fucking god, is Byakuya actually out? Is bro actually gone this time? Are we fucking gone?
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
You should
No way.
understand.
No way. Holy fuck, Byakuya.
You aren't the culprit.
No. Okay, wait. Let me read it again.
Those words you
Byakuya's
just
account,
spoke.
the woodblock
What do you
key,
mean?
when the body was found. I know I've already used some of this, but I am just going through it again. Okay, it's definitely not that. So I probably have to take
I'm
one
not
of
the killer. You should understand that.
Kyoko's statement.
Master would never.
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated you said I.
Because obviously
hid
we're
and then
debating
left
him right
the
now.
locker.
Key in my own room, correct?
But
Yeah.
could
She
I
doesn't
really
have
done
the
that?
key. She hasn't had the key the entire chapter, and I don't know how she's still
Exactly
fucking
what
awake.
I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's...
Proof that you aren't the culprit.
Fuck!
Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid and then left.
The locker
key in my own room, correct?
But could
Yeah,
I
she
really
doesn't.
Have done that?
She didn't have access to her own room the entire chapter.
Those words you just...
I know why I didn't.
I'm not
Why didn't
the
I pick
killer.
up on that
You
earlier?
should
Obviously.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's proof that you...
You aren't the culprit.
Got ya.
No, that's wrong.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, it makes so much sense.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Because yeah. Because he knows Kyoko's the hardest fucking player to outdo in this entire game, so he's trying to pin it on her. But again, I just say, fucking... He should have tried and killed Kyoko because she's too good in the trials, man. Like, I'd say overall Byakuya is more intelligent than Kyoko, but this is Kyoko's specialty, is solving mysteries. And you are just not as good at that. Oh my god. We're actually gonna... It makes too much sense because of the big three, which was Celeste, Byakuya, and Kyoko. only one of them will stand for the final chapter. Oh my fucking god. Dude, Byakuya's out, isn't he? We're done.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I still don't know how he would have killed her, though. Like, how did he get the drop on the Ultimate Soldier? Did he just see her injured and then just fucking went for it?
I see. So that's what you meant.
Oh no.
And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Interesting.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
But then again, I don't want to say that just because he's flustered, because Byakuya gets flustered anytime he's wrong about anything. So him being worried here doesn't mean he's right or he's guilty, because again, he just can't stand being wrong. But then again, that's the question of how the fucking how the 16th student and Kyoko got into Makoto's room, because everyone banged on his door. And surely they would have realized the door was unlocked, because he does that a lot. Like Kyoko even said, he unlocks the door. He never leaves the door locked anyway, so... Huh. No, but she has the key, if I remember, and she has a key that unlocks everything. Doesn't she? She has a special tool that unlocks every door, which grants access to any room in the school. Yeah, that probably extends to dorm rooms as well, so it still could have been Kyoko. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie, but this isn't like her. Yeah, she's lying to try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Yep. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever, and it's almost like she cares more about the mystery than her own life. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind laid out for us. Is it really? But the only way we have a trial based on Monokuma's words is if the mastermind is among the students, because the only way a trial happens is if a student is in two students are directly involved in the murder. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, the biggest threat, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... I thought we were about to have a fucking, a break period again. The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? Yeah, what am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? I know what it does. I know what disproves that she couldn't get into the room, but what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I can't save, you bastard. Okay, so, I guess kind of a little rule right here. I got told in the middle of my playthrough to one of my my boys that I've been sent into this this playthrough early that I had an option at some point. What? Wait, run away? What does? Oh my god, I gotta replay this chapter after that. You know I gotta replay this trial and pursue all of these options. But I was told to pursue the lie. I wasn't told when this would come up, but I was told I would be given an option at some point in the game, and that I had to very specifically choose to pursue the lie. I don't know why, but I was pretty much commanded to do that. And so, I shall do that right now. Pursue the lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Oh dear.
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
You can get in the room. Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other truth she wants to keep hidden. I gotta replay this trial afterwards, though, just to see what the hell happens. Fucking run away is an option, which is hilarious. It's Kyoko's account, obviously.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
That's true.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten
And
into
there it
my
is.
room.
They're throwing a lot of white noises here.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Alright, apparently I meant to choose this because this is apparently the funniest part of the game. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'm hyped.
No doubt.
You are correct.
So I
Couldn't possibly
Jesus!
have gotten into
Look how
my
many
room.
there are on this one. Like, it's like they don't want you to click it.
No, that's wrong.
It's like the game itself is telling you don't kill the best character.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Yep. A piece that you told before the trial itself. Actually, to be precise, not quite. I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Yep.
Monokuma's secret tool?
What is your statement to that, Mr. Monokuma?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
We lose.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing?
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
I didn't kill, but I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost.
Wow. Yeah. Similar to reaction to Celeste, but she didn't put up a fight anyway. She just accepted it right off the bat.
That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really
She's not the culprit. She's not the blackened.
aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Fuck!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
Oh shit!
That's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out.
What bullshit is that?
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
The fucking time limit hasn't been brought up since very early on.
But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Is there like an exclusive like murder scene of Kyoko? What the hell? We're actually going with this. What the fuck? This is like a bad ending or some shit. There's like multiple endings to the game. Oh my god. It feels nice though just to... It feels nice though just to end on a bad note and it's not Monokuma getting... it's not Makoto getting the blame. Good job! You got it right! Brilliantly right! We got it right. Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with the whole class trial. This was a setup, wasn't it? Kyoko, you
Now
let
then,
me down.
I prepared a very special punishment.
Oh my god. We're actually gonna get a fucking Kyoko... We're gonna get a Kyoko execution, but it's not the fucking... It's not the right option, what the hell? This time, is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What the hell am I about to see? We still don't even know her ultimate, for fuck's sake. They actually went out of their way to fucking make an entire bad ending for Kyoko as fucking punishment. What the hell? Alright, what does this attain to? I feel so bad for this because I didn't want Kyoko to go. Okay, she's in a... What the fuck? What the hell? Oh my god. Oh my god, we're just gonna fucking crush her down. But even now though, she's still... After school lesson. Even now she doesn't sweat. She doesn't really... Okay, you can see the fear in her eyes, but what the fuck? How long is this gonna go? Jesus Christ. Yeah, there it is. There's the fear. There's the fear in the execution. Can't hold that mask forever in the face of death. Jesus! And they didn't even show it. The one death they censor. And it's fucking... it's fucking, Kyoko. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still have to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial because we got it wrong. Once that case was over, there was never a single... Oh, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Interesting. What the fuck? And all the boys just fucking risked the only girl left. What happened to Toko? What the fuck happened to Toko? Dude, what the fuck? They all impregnated fucking Hina! That's fucking beautiful. That is beautiful. I don't even wanna get off this shot. How the fuck did Byakuya and Hina get a thing? That's definitely a storyline, a timeline that I want to see, honestly. I need to see how that happened. How the fuck did, you know, how did Hiro and Hina, like, do the sus, you know? Kyoko and Hina, Makoto and Hina make the most sense, because it kind of... There's been some hints that she's had a thing for Makoto for a little while now. Oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah, like, Byakuya actually looks happy, which is crazy. And his son looks terrified. Okay, they all had sons. What is this image? And what the fuck happened to Toko? I need to know what happened to Toko and Jill, like, now. Peace, but only inside the school. They said there was never a murder again. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. This shot is just beautiful, like, oh my god. Hiro looks incredible in, like, a few years. Makoto looks like he hasn't aged a day, and then Byakuya... I mean, man just looks like he's happy, which is just fucking nuts. To see a genuine smile was just nuts. Hope. 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 This is hope.
No! This isn't right!
You fucked up, mate! Wrong ending! Oh my god, that was beautiful. Oh my god, so much respect to the crew right there, because they actually fucking went out of their way to completely animate not only an execution bait, but a fucking ending in general. That is sick.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Yeah, we got our what if ending of Danganronpa, which is crazy. I wonder if the other games have stuff like that. Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Yeah, obviously, we have no choice but to expose the lie. Alright, so I pursued the lie. Let it go and run away. Oh, I need to replay the trial because I have to do one of these, but... Yeah, I wonder what run away means. Made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
That's also crazy, yeah, because that ending, while it goes kind of against the rules, because Monokuma said he follows his own rules, so obviously, if it's not Kyoko, then he went against his own rules and killed someone that wasn't the Blackened and didn't punish anyone else, leaving us, you know, as in the life of Hope Speak Academy, that silly head.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
You?
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
And yeah, this would fucking break Toko. I still want to know what the fuck happened to Toko in that ending, guys.
Well, of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Which was Makoto.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong.
There's no proof for that either.
Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
All you have is what Kyoko said herself, and you're putting faith in her. Monokuma.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
What the hell?
Huh?
Did I get it wrong again?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
Did I get it wrong again?
What? Time's up?
Jesus, that's a new face, I think.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote
What the
using the lever
What the
in
fuck?
front of you.
The answer was to run away?
Voting time?
I had to run away? What? Oh no, I'm done. I'm done. What kind of shady backhand bullshit trial was this? What the fuck? How am I done?
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Can you pick Monokuma? I don't know if I've ever seen him on the slot machine.
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
They should really let the player choose in this particular one. They should. Okay, Monokuma is a choice. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I got a wrong ending again. But Monokuma is on the slot machine. How dare you all pick me? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's all your fault. Yeah, even Byakuya's like, I don't believe that. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job. Okay, what the hell? Are we gonna get the same thing, only Makoto dies, and then we're gonna get, like, Hina and Kyoko got fucking knocked up by Byakuya and, Hiro? Please tell me that's the thing.
Yep.
Yep. Yay, they got it right. No, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense. Sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Oh shit, even Kyoko's like, this is bullshit. Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
What the fuck? Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
We had faith in you. But I forgive you because... Well, I still loved you with Celeste and, you know... You're all that's left, pretty much. Oh my god. So what would have Makoto's ending been? I can't believe they gave us a fucking ending for Makoto as well. That is so sick! Oh, it's literally the same fucking thing. I guess to be fair, you can't really... There's no hint on what a death would be for Makoto if, you know, since he's just a lucky student. There's no, like, big skill he has. You can't really base a trial execution on luck. Okay, I was not told to pick, whatever option I chose this time around, so I didn't know about this at all. So the correct option is to run away? What the fuck? That's so sus. It's actually, like, so sus. Yeah, he breaks way before Kyoko did. Well, this is how it would have ended for young Makoto. The ultimate lucky student. Oh, it's different. What the hell? Alter Ego. Is it gonna stop before it happens? Did Alter Ego, like, fucking hijack the thing? No. That's the end. No! Holy fuck, this... Wait, I'm so confused. Is this the fucking right option or not? Wait, huh? What's this? What's going on? Oh, hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be. Alter Ego.
This is...
Alter Ego? How the hell? She got into the network, didn't she? Monokuma or the Mastermind didn't stop him in time. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it, Alter Hell! I don't believe this!
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
So this is the right path, yeah. What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in such a garbage in a garbage stern pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. Wow, you are pretty fucked. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is this the right ending or not? I'm so fucking confused. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the Mastermind that's ensnarled.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. What is going on? The massive high school's towers all over the buildings in a bustling urban area. This is like the beginning of the game, isn't it? It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. We're back at the start? Hope's Peak Academy. It brings the top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope into the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. Did he get... If this really is a simulation, did Alter Ego, like, bust us out the simulation and now we're back in the real world? Are we about to see what actually happened? There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to have already been attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way is if you're scouted by the school yourself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Huh? We're back at the start. We're going into like, what the fuck? What am I? What the fuck? What is going on? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird if it wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Yeah, we're like right at the start of the fucking game. Oh, Jesus Christ. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then... Now, is that like the satellite that crashed that Monokuma, like... No, I was thinking, is that the intro of the game where Monokuma shot the headmaster into space, but no. I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across all the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. And then after what my good friend went through to save me, I remembered all too well what had happened. Okay, yeah, alter ego. Somehow, still around, saved me because she got in the network. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. I'm shocked you even survived this of all things. I'd fall that deep, especially with like a fucking desk on top of you. You should have had at least some broken bones, my man. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. I am so like, just what the fuck? How? Oh my god, we're still going in this chapter. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? But yeah, am I going to start finding corpses here as well? That's a rocket in a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. This is a desk. It's probably one that fell down here with me. Alright, so yeah, all that's left here is just the locked room. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, you might as well have a look around. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. And again, there's nothing. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had been passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Is it the key? Did she drop the Monokuma key? What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jolted and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? It had to have been the key, right? She's given us the key to unlock the door. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
Hello, Kyoko. A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. How the fuck?
It smells awful.
Oh, that's quite amusing, honestly. What the fuck? You got a little something, girl. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing down here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko, but you've got a bit of garbage in your hair. Oh, you didn't notice it, huh? She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. That was just fucking silly.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Ah, that's cute. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep moving forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, there's not such a bad thing to be good at. So you just... That's a long fucking drop. How are you all okay? But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
Well, obviously, I fucking told you. But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
Abandon you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, that's not what I'm trying... Not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... There was a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost. Alright? Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive.
In other words...
Yeah, so she was sent to Hope's Peak for a specific purpose. I kind of had the suspicion about that earlier on in the game. It's so that I can do what I came here to do. It's so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least, I did. Once. Go on. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... Yeah, she didn't even remember her ultimate. I have no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible.
Huh?
Amnesia? Then is it really true? You lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? We were all knocked out. Yeah, someone especially as prospective as Kyoko was knocked out, which is crazy. The first thing. You're talking about when we all fainted, right? I fainted and I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that point, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember why what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Yeah, again, like I said, it's possible that, again, this class was the class that was involved in the strange incident that was like the big tragedy of Hope's Peak. We could have been the students and blood in that particular room that even Monokuma didn't know about, and that's when we got to work. And then we woke up the first day we went to Hope's Peak. Our memory was wiped of the entire school, and then when we woke up, we were in a simulation back to the first day, and so we remembered pretty much nothing. That's like the only thing I have right now. Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why? Why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you? Yeah, what the fuck?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school, and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us for help? She would have sounded insane.
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. That is, I guess we're still not discerning that possibility. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal out of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind. One of us? Of the people left, I genuinely don't know. If she believed that, then of course she wouldn't trust anyone around her. In that case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. So it wasn't because you were starting to grow attached to me, my waifu? Your intuition was right though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here.
Yeah, that is still weird.
It's to stay here.
What is that about? It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing, dude. At this point, you shouldn't be hiding anything more from Kyoko than what you already did in Chapter 4, man. Like, come on. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help right away, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. To think, that was just her personality. So, is that it? What are we gonna do? I guess the only thing left to click on now is the door. I better talk to... What? Why do I have to click on her again? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember. But at the very least... Yeah, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. So what is your ultimate, Kyoko? We've been waiting a very long time to figure that one out. You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known for me. Should have known me for. Yep, okay, that's what it was. I'm the ultimate detective. Yep, that's why she was so good at every trial. Even though she barely spent time investigating, she always put it together. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope Speak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. The headmaster? You always had that sussy reaction to whenever they were brought up. You had to find someone. Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Speak Academy. The headmaster? Yeah, they went missing, and we know they were murdered. Why did you want to find the headmaster? Oh, that too. Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child, and it turns out he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster, who is also dead? Then that explains... When Alter Ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved, yeah, she reacted very sussly. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
No matter what?
The cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
My
memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
So...
I'm needing a lot... Ooh, I'm needing a lot of water right now for this part. The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the headmaster, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found, yeah, because if that's the case, the headmaster or the mastermind would be in those, probably those rooms, if nothing else. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Schematics of the school. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went in there to find the headmaster, to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors, yep. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean? Yeah, that's kind of... Oh, that's kind of morbid. I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get that chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. So we have to talk to her again?
However... Of
course. Okay, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Alright, yep. It had to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
To be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... Everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her? Probably the mastermind.
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Murako Ikusaba was to get me killed. Yep, and we just learned that because he broke his own rules to, Monokuma broke his own rules. Just to kill Kyoko. To get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Yep. With minimal restriction, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. Yep, and since the mastermind's room wasn't technically locked off to her anymore, that became a room she could explore, and having the key means she could also explore the other rooms. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was one point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto, yeah, because they tried to kill me! I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean that shot that I've seen for like the 18th time now? Honestly, unironically, I think it might have been more than that. During the night. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. It's an interesting one right there. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw the white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away, and as I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. Which means we didn't lock the fucking door again! I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead. Interesting, so yeah.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It was all to be the work of the it all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So this was all meant. So this would all mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I have no conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The actual ultimate despair this time. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. Ah, interesting. It's not?
Indeed.
So that wasn't a lie. If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking
That's
about...
right.
Yeah, that is fair. What happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history that we still don't have even the slightest clue about. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then
Indeed.
there's no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. 100 Mile Dash, pain of a junk food junkie. Good lord, and yeah, we kind of, I guess, yeah, we did lose we are down to 6 now, but yeah, because we didn't lose anyone else. Jesus, yeah, that was our first trial where we didn't lose anyone. Not anyone relevant anyway. You received the Dream Island rocket present. And we completed Chapter 5. Let's fucking go, baby! Alright guys, that was Chapter 5 of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. And yeah, what was that called again? Let me just pull that up. Okay, 100 Mile Dash, Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. I still don't get what that means, honestly. The pain of a junk food junkie. I don't know. Because it doesn't really pertain to anyone in the chapter, and of course, fucking Junko. Kyoko was obviously the person. Was the sole person on the title card in chapter 5. So I don't really know. It doesn't pertain to her. You know, we got our answers with Kyoko in this one. Her being the ultimate detective, her reasons for wanting to be in Hope's Peak at all. You know, with Daddy being headmaster, and again, I still presume that Daddy is the person that was murdered in the intro of the game with Monokuma and the headmaster. That happened, and then obviously the plan went into motion, all that good stuff. I imagine that was Mr. Kuriguri and whatnot. But I don't know how this retains to any of that. It could be, admittedly, it could be one of the, it could be a foreshadow effect to where this title might retain to the headmaster themselves, and obviously since we don't know the headmaster yet, this is a title that only makes sense in hindsight, looking back on it, because I'm pretty there now. I'm pretty certain that I would say that the final chapter in the game is going to be the next one, chapter 6, you know. It just feels like, thematically, that makes the most sense. I know we technically didn't really lose anyone new in this chapter, but I still think there's going to be survivors in the game, beyond just, you know, Makoto and Kyoko, and I guess Byakuya, who at this point kind of share the slots of being the most likely students to stay around. So I guess that only leaves Toko, Hina, and Hiro. You know, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. This did really feel like a you know, this kind of felt like the prologue, or even just the part 1 of the final part of Danganronpa, of course, because everything from the trial to the mysteries we've been going through, you know, weren't really completed. You know, we didn't really finish the trial off. We have no idea of the exact circumstances of the death of, you know, of Mukuro Ikusawa. That was not revealed. We don't even have a face identity. You know, Monokuma seemed pretty insistent on just ending the trial off when we were getting down to the basics of this trial being just a complete fucking joke in general. So I'm really curious. Like I said, it wasn't really a completed trial, and of course no one really was executed in that one. Well, we did have one execution in particular, but I mean, you know. Oh, that was so cool. I really gotta respect that right there. That made up for the silliness in chapter 4, where they gave us a stupid option with Kyoko, and it amounted to nothing. The fact they actually went out of their way to create a quote unquote bad ending of the game with just Kyoko's death, even though everyone else, surprisingly, all worked out. You know, fucking Hina, my god, Hina got knocked up a bunch, fucking hell, from 3 different blokes. I really want to know the story of Hina and Takami specifically. That is like the craziest one there, you know, and especially how did Jill and Toko go out? I mean, my god, that was, yeah, because there was never any no one ever killed again, but they showed that very much Byakuya holding a picture of Toko going out. So I'm curious if there is any you know, bonus material out there outside of the game itself that explains if there's any more, you know, in depth to that alternate timeline, to that alternate ending kinda, and we get to if there's any information on what happened between the 4 of them and Toko. But it's really just a joke, and you know, you don't really need it. The most shocking thing about it though was that Byakuya was smiling. That was like the biggest shocker of that ending anyway. But yeah, like I said, really now I feel like we are getting into the final stretch of the Danganronpa game, because obviously I should just say Trigger Happy Havoc anyway, since obviously there is more of the series. But yeah, I'm really curious going forward how we're going to do this, you know, because the mystery of the headmaster is still there. It's now been revealed that this is a TV series going on, which is pretty funny. And of course, Kyoko is getting pretty close to actually uncovering the truth. You know, not only did we did Makoto not die, but we very specifically chose not to reveal that she had that key, which we have to assume now that the headmaster is not aware of. You know, so we do have that key to pretty much explore the entirety of the academy in the next part, and I'm just curious going into it. You know, because it has been confirmed that the headmaster is playing among the rules. They are playing among the students. They are a student. Which, I mean, I don't know. Of the ones we have, I don't know. There is, of course, the possibility of one of the punishments being a cop-out. I doubt it's anyone who was actually murdered by any of the kids, you know. So that would take out Taka, Hifumi. It would take out Sayaka, of course. I really doubt it would be Sayaka. Chihiro was another one, of course. Obviously not Sakura, sadly, definitely not Sakura. I guess the kind of odd one out there is Junko, but even then, she died in a way that she is not fucking coming back. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, we very much saw the body. That was one of the lingering pieces of content in the first trial, was that the body was very much specifically left for a long time for us to keep a watch of it. So obviously, it's not going to be Junko. But of the other ones that were executed, I don't see it. You know, I would love it to be my sweet, sweet Celeste, but it's not going to be Celeste. You know, Mondo, I mean, Leon definitely not. Leon we saw die for sure. Yeah, I guess that's Mondo, but this is, like I said, a very interesting one to really theorize about. Because of the people we have, you know, it's not Byakuya. It's just not Byakuya. But it's also not Kyoko herself. I mean, they'd have to do some really big kind of twisty bullshit if it's actually, we have actually been, you know, just pulled along this entire game. I mean, it is actually like Kyoko. Like, I don't know how they would actually pull that off, but if they want to go down the Kyoko route, I'm not fully against it. I'm just majorly curious on how they would pull something like that off, because I don't see it. It wouldn't be Jill, you know, the fact that she is the ultimate murderous fiend. I meant to say Toko there, but obviously it wouldn't be Toko or Jill. Them being the ultimate murderous fiend just kind of puts them on like a different level to the headmaster anyway, in a very unique case. Like I said, I'm still very curious if Jill/Toko will end up surviving the game in the end. You know, we have her being a survivor. Again, I have no idea what that would mean coming out of Hope Speak Academy, and I really don't have any idea on what the end game of the game is. You know, because how would the group we have stop the headmaster? You know, say they reveal themselves in the next chapter. You know, say that does happen, and say in some way, shape, or form they are the blackened, you know, because Kyoko seems pretty, you know, pretty set on the idea that the headmaster is the one who killed Bukuro, and say we go in a trial the next chapter to complete the chapter or complete the trial, and they are the ones on the chopping block. I don't know how you do that. I feel like it's possible that's where we go, but I don't know how they'd let themselves be off like that in the endgame. And again, it brings up the idea. It just so the fact that this series is like an actual franchise, not just Trigger Happy Havoc, does make it quite confusing to theorize. I'm not fully sure about that. Because yeah, I don't know. I do not know. It could be Hina and Hiro are interesting ones, because obviously Hiro has the... I don't think it's a facade for Hiro though, because he is just stupid. You know, he's a very interesting case. It could be, you know, it could be just a mask. It could just be that he's so obscenely stupid, especially in the trials, that he is the mastermind. Same with Hina, because Hina's not stupid like Hiro. She's just naive in a different way, whereas Hiro is honestly just, you know, stupid. So it could be either of them. God, I don't know, but the fact that we were told that there is a student, I just don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it for anyone that's alive. You know? And of course, we still haven't been revealed as to where the fucking bodies are going when they're killed. You know, I've still just been assuming that you know, the headmaster dumped them in the incinerator. But it doesn't mean it's legit. You know, we still don't have access to the biolab. That's another thing I almost forgot about. The biology lab is still cut off, and going into chapter 6, that's probably somewhere I'm going to try and go right away, because that is still a you know, a missing link to all of this. So that could be where the bodies are being kept, and if we actually go into a room with corpses by the end of this, that would be very cool. Very cool. I know not everyone is still around. You know, Mondo was turned into butter. He can't be a corpse there. Celeste was burned, and then I think she was destroyed. No, she was hit by a truck. They didn't show the corpse after that, but I guess there would still technically be a body there, even after all that. A mangled one for sure, but still a body. And then obviously, yeah, everyone else has bodies. I don't know. I don't know how the biology lab really goes into it. It could be a case of we're trying to put together DNA to figure out the best idea for who the master is, but I don't know. I do not know. Either way, though, like I said, I'm pretty set now in Chapter 6 being the finale of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. But I just don't know how we get there. But either way, this was still a very interesting case. You know, it was a very incomplete trial, you know, because obviously for the story, for the setting, everything was finished. Not everything has been, you know, we don't know every secret. We don't know how this really went down, like we you know, like we usually do, and we didn't even use every piece of evidence. Surprisingly, that's like the one thing that is kind of, I feel like they didn't really get down right away in this game in particular, is you have to present almost completely, you have to present every piece of evidence that you collect, which one makes it, you know, clear after a while you have to do that, and two, kind of sacrifices character development because it really makes certain people, especially Hina, look really stupid because we have to keep presenting evidence that they were already there for to see. You know, that Hifumi thing was just so stupid in chapter 3. I don't know though. Like I said, I don't know when I'm gonna record the next part of this, you know. Because I expect chapter 6 to be the longest of the game. I expect it to have the longest trial of the game, and I expect it to just be the longest in the game in general, despite the fact that it'll likely be all about resolving and, you know, finding out the answers now that Kyoko is aware that she is the ultimate detective. It'll likely be that we are going to be, you know, uncovering mysteries and, you know, the secrets that much faster and that much more, you know, we're putting the pieces together much more curiously. So I'm, you know, I'm hyped. I'm definitely hyped. I know what else I want to say though, you know, because I feel like, again, we're only like part 1 of the grand finale of the series, of the game, right? So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just going to end it here. I'm going to end it here. I might have some more to say in the intro for the part 6, or for chapter 6. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was the end of chapter 5 of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And I'll see you guys next time.